A road rage incident escalates into a full-blown feud and 13 Emmy nominations for Netflix. Let's talk about beef. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the Netflix series Beef. This came out earlier this year and has been talked about by many, and critics are loving this thing. It got 13 nominations at this year's Emmys, which would have been happening this month, but of course, with the writer's strike and the actor strike as well, the Emmys have been moved to January. So it'll be a few months longer until we actually learn the fate of the awards for this show. But 13 is a huge number, many of them in acting categories, but also in the limited series category. So we'll get into all of that here in just a second. First, though, let me welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We've got a ton of great stuff on the channel, TV and movie reviews alike, and I try to post something new just about every day. So please consider subscribing down below. Would love to have you aboard in that capacity, or just like this video, comment below. That stuff does help the channel out as well. So this show is in the categories for outstanding limited or anthology series, and then all the the subcategories with that, acting and writing and directing and all of that. But what is interesting is, yes, although this is technically and theoretically a open and shut sort of mini series of 10 episodes, the creators have laid out a 3-season plan for this show. And I don't know whether that means it is going to be, an anthology series. They haven't actually said, whether it's involving, some of these characters or whatever, or just a different revenge story or whatever. But as of now, Netflix has not confirmed, yes, we're bringing Beef back, whatever. So it's just sort of a one and done for now, but it'll be interesting to see. And that happens a lot with shows that have such a huge success the first time around. Mayor of Easttown on HBO is another one. I believe they are doing a second season of that after that was, announced as just a standalone. But let's talk about Beef here. So this stars Steven Yeun, who is now an Oscar nominee as well. He was in the movie Minari a few years ago and is the first Asian American actor, or maybe just Asian actor overall, to be nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars. I believe that is true. And he did not win, but one of his co-stars did for supporting actress, so that was cool. Many of you will know him from The Walking Dead. I never watched that show, so I sort of know him from some other things, including Minari. And he plays Danny Cho, who is a struggling contractor who is one of the parties in this road rage incident. And then Ali Wong plays the other. She is a small business owner of this like art gallery thing. And she plays Amy Lau. And Ali Wong, another very famous name to many people, although I don't really know much of her work. I know she's a very successful stand-up. I don't watch nearly as many stand-up specials as I should, or as I want to, really. But Netflix, I know it had, a nice partnership with her, with some of her stand-up specials that, I think broke her pretty big. So she's, kind of a hot name right now. But other people involved in this, and all of these people I'm going to mention got nominated, for either supporting or whatever. Joseph Lee, who plays Amy's husband. Young Mazzino, who plays Danny's younger brother. And then Maria Bello, we know her from many things, who plays a wealthy owner of a home improvement store. So those people all got nominated. David Cho, the painter and artist, is here, as well as Danny and Paul's cousin, who was recently released from prison. Some great stuff from him. He is, I'm surprised he didn't get a nomination, but, he's hilarious in this. So this is, for all intents and purposes, a comedy, but it is sort of that recent vein of, yes, it's a comedy, but it's very dark and it's sort of, true to life, and people are really sort of, going off the deep end here and, doing things that in the real world would, maybe get you arrested or maybe get somebody killed or whatever. And they sort of take this idea to extremes in this show. So it ends up being, at some points a little bit of a thriller. It's certainly dramatic at points, but I would say at its core, it is a comedy. Like if it were to be a multi-season show, I think it could be very easily in the comedy categories, which makes sense, given the people involved. But listen, this is a show that when I first heard the premise, I thought, okay, can we really do 10 episodes or a whole miniseries based around this road rage incident and these people just sort of trying to enact revenge on the other? And I mean, it could have been, 100-minute movie or whatever. And, we've seen movies in that vein that are definitely more of a straight up, comedic lean. But what this show does with these characters, the writing on this show is so sharp and really, really layered. And it gives us great identities for these characters, and the characters change throughout too. So it's not just, okay, this person wants to have their revenge on the other person and vice versa, and so they keep escalating sort of their revenge patterns and whatever, and the things that they're doing to the other. But with that, they are changing as well, and this show has a lot to say about some deeper things too. And I think one of the more obvious ones is the class struggle, because you've got the Stephen Yeun character who is blue collar. He's a contractor just struggling to get by. And then you've got the Amy character who is certainly more well-to-do, and she's got an air about her, and she owns her own sort of high-scale business. And so that is one of the more obvious subjects that the show tackles. But there's a lot more depth to all of this, the characters and what it's saying about society and things like that, than meets the eye. And I was, with each subsequent episode, it blew me away even more. And these are pretty quick episodes. I think the longest maybe is like 38 minutes, but they're mostly half hour or shorter. And I mean, it goes by just like that. I really found myself being like, oh, that's it. Like, I felt like that was 10 minutes. Everything here is firing on all cylinders. I can see why it got nominated for so many awards at the Emmys. I will have to see what some of the competitors are in this category to really kind of find out where I land on what I think the show's chances are, or the actors, or what have you. But for me, this is one of the best shows of the year. It really blew me away, and each episode just escalates. Like, as the revenge kind of stuff escalates, the enjoyment of the show escalates too, because you're really diving in to the world of these sort of crazy characters, but also very relatable in many ways. And not only do you have class struggle stuff, but I think there is certainly some, mental health things here. And yeah, digging really, really deep into a lot of things that I really did not expect when I started watching this show. So a big thumbs up, for Netflix on this one. I leave Beef with an A. Easily one of the best shows I have seen this year. And hopefully, some Emmys are coming their way as well. You can check out the whole thing now on Netflix. Thanks for watching Dan Reviews It. We'll see you next time. Bye.